So this is a quick explanation of how to get to the audiences part of the assignment. So just selecting whichever campaign you created. So you should see all campaigns and then the campaign you created. The first thing you want to do is go to your ad group, go into that. So you should get to about here. After that, you want to click on audiences and you'll see this screen come up. So this is the best place to start editing from. You can see what you've already selected when you set up the campaign, but obviously you probably want to change that as time goes on. The easiest way to do that is to click edit and edit audiences. So from here, you can do a number of things. I'll show you the basics first, and then I'll show you how to create custom groups. So the first is the browse. This is where you can find the affinity groups or the affinity audiences. So here you've got, for instance, beauty and wellness, you've got a couple here, a bunch in food and dining, all sorts of stuff. So take a look through these and pick at least one that fits your criteria. You should be able to find one, maybe two of these already predefined affinity groups that fit the topic that you're doing. So then you simply, so let's say I was doing sport and doing golf. Simply click golf enthusiasts. You'll see the number of impressions is here. That's potential impressions in a week, nothing to do with your bid or anything like that. So I've selected that. The other thing that you might want to choose here in your audiences selection is the in-market or live events. So possibly you'll want to do live events, but it's unlikely in this particular context. But be looking for at least one in-market audience. So one affinity audience and one in-market audience. So there are many more of these compared to affinity. You'll find lots and lots and lots, so you can scroll through. For me, again, go to sports, look at people looking to buy stuff, I guess. Sporting goods, golf equipment. There we go. So it's related. Now, you don't have to limit yourself to literally the thing that you're looking at. So I was looking obviously at the Topgolf blog. There are likely to be more things than that I can take a look at. The third way, and I recommend having one affinity at least one in market. You might need to get creative, but as long as you can justify it, it's fine. The third way of creating one of these groups is to use the search. Now, this won't work for everything, but it's a good way of finding some information. So when you do a search, so for instance, if I do golf, it'll create some custom affinity groups. So here we have golf ranges, which is actually what I want. We have golf news, golf information. So for my golf, the product that I'm actually reviewing, the service, is a driving range. So when I click on golf range, it goes into my audiences selection. It's a custom audience. Now it added a few, not a whole heap, but now I've got one affinity audience, one custom affinity audience, and one in-market audience. So if you look in the assignment, you need between 3 and 5. So that was a very simple way of doing 3. So once you're happy with how it looks, and for me, fine, 11 million impressions over a week, so it's fairly narrow, but not too bad. Down from 7 billion. So I have my 3 groups, so between 3 and 5, minimum of 3. I'm sure you'll be able to find more than just 3 though, but ideally choose one affinity, one custom affinity, and one in-market audience, and then add from there. You'll be able to easily justify each of these, so it'll make it good for your assignment. So then all you do is simply click save, and you'll see that they're added to your audiences.